Hello, you absolute people who exists. I'm okay, so today, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be reading through rereading Jailbreak, BardQuest, and a little secret thing, RyanQuest. Yes, because I mean, yeah, Homestuck is a thing, but why not? Problem Sleuth is a thing, but why not? Let's just let the cat inside.
Come here. Good kitty. Who's a good kitty?
I have retrieved the cat. Good cat. Alright. And now, boosh. Time to read. Bum, 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 bum. Oh! Oh, okay then! Please excuse me while I fix this. And, we're back. I think. Yeah, I think we're back. Heck. There we go. Pet the little jailbreak guy. Cutie. Alright. So, this may be called, MSPA Adventures, like Microsoft Paint Adventures, but, this right here is the only panel actually drawn in MS Paint. Everything else is done in Photoshop. Now, let us start Jailbreak Adventure. You wake up locked in a deserted jail cell, completely alone. There is nothing at all in your cell, useful or otherwise. Attempt to pry open window. There are no objects around with which to pry open window. Oh gee, what the heck? Graft pumpkin to yourself so that you have one hideous arm. What pumpkin? Grow two muscular arms with which to manhandle the key. Hold on. I feel like maybe I should turn this down a bit. Alright. What pumpkin? I see no pumpkin here, and there never was a pumpkin here, and there never will be a pumpkin. What are you talking about? Grow two muscular arms with which to manhandle the key. He already has arms, stupid. Look for keyhole. Oh! Throw the key down to that guy so he can open that door. It lands with a loud metallic clink. Loudly tell that guy to pick up key and try it on the door. Despite your bellowing, the man casually opens the door and leaves. You just wasted frickin' so much time. You can't get it back. This is your fault. Pee out the window in an attempt to bring him back. As you turn around to unzip, you notice another keyhole. Open door. Wonders where the fuck that pumpkin went. Do a dance. Ah, gee. Oh. Exotic rhythms take over your body as you start to do a really silly dance. You recall your initial urge to urinate out the window. Now that you think of it, you really have to pee. The urine splashes onto the man outside, who had a change of heart. He's climbing a ladder to give you the key. Knock on door. Oh, fuck. Your clumsy fist accidentally flies through the bars, knocking out a passerby. Keys from its ring jangle onto the floor. Ask Dungeon Master if there is one fucking way out of room. He's unconscious. Examine floor. You pick up a clump of nutrients-enriched dirt, sweet spice of the earth. You sit in the hushed awe of the lustre of the brown gold. Say hello to the pumpkin. I beg your pardon? Search room thoroughly for pumpkin. You wake up next to a broken ladder. You are covered in piss. Oh boy. We're the other guy now. Oh god. Oreo, what? What do you want from me? Why are you looking at me like I'm insane? Yeah. Alright. Throw shoe at key. You're not really even sure if you're wearing shoes. Rub key on chest. Now the key smells like pee too. Go through door. The door is locked. Use key on door. Jiggle as you might, the key doesn't work. Now the lock smells kind of like pee too. Pretend broken ladder is broken train track. Choo choo! All aboard the Moron Express! Use ladder as battering ram. Talk to the guy in the jail cell. You yell to the imprisoned man. He yells back something barely audible to you. Ignore all future input from Beto guys. I'm sorry, I don't think I can do that with all future input from Beto guys. Was that like a user or something? What? Heck. Beto guy. Hey, this is the only one. Oh my. Oh, it's archived. Alright. Turn long ladder into stilts. You fashioned a pretty nice pair of stilts. How awkward was that, just me kind of stopping in the middle to look at freaking Reddit? Oreo, what are you doing? Okay, stop getting distracted. Read. Okay, got it. Before I'm out of music. You fashioned a pretty nice pair of stilts, but you don't know how you're going to get up on them. If only you hadn't broken the other half ladder in half, you might have been able to climb onto the stilts with it. Hook key to the end of ladder and extend it to jail cell guy. Since the whole ladder was approximately the height of the window in the first place, half of the ladder's height will not nearly reach. Make clay from dirt and pee. Use it to glue ladder into pole. The rung from one end of the ladder half easily and snugly fit into the holes of the other. No cementation is necessary. This being the case, you now regret creating the smelly pea mud. Oh god. He looks so sad. Hook key to ladder and extend the jail cell guy. It's still just a little out of reach. Toss the contraption into the air to give it added lift. With a little too much gusto, you send the rig sailing too high. Drill a hole in the floor. You are not this guy! Seeing Malaguena. Let me guess. Okay, no, there's... You are a little bummed out that you missed grabbing the key by inches. In an attempt to drown your sorrows, you gush forth with melody, an enchanting rendition of Malaguena. In an attempt to silence your racket, the man above begins drilling noisily. Hollow out pumpkin, wear as helmet in case ceiling collapses. You're quite certain there has never been and never will be a pumpkin in this room. Keep singing until guy drills through floor. You sing so hard you topple backwards over the pumpkin. As you lie on the floor looking up, you can see you see the tip of the drill penetrating the ceiling. It looks just big enough for a key to fit through. Oh god. Serenade the guy about how you want the key. It would be really great if you could give me that key. The man has opted to take a leak through the hole. You are getting really sick of pee. Oh god. This isn't instrumental, it doesn't even have the lyrics. I'm wasting my time! Oh god. Okay, fair enough. Spit pee at man out the window. Oh. With a hefty mouthful of the other guy's urine, you decide to get revenge on the man below for botching the key situation. But as you're about to spit the pee, the man above takes a huge shit on your head from his window. I hate this, oh god. The surprise unfortunately causes you to swallow the pee. Barf. Oh god. Overcome with nausea from the foul chain of events, you vomit. The man below has almost completely reconstructed the ladder using the same method he used to build the stilts. He is nearly up to your cell when he is met with a face full of regurgitated urine. Trust me, this is the last of the bleh jokes. Check on knocked out guard. He's really down for the count. Try waking him by peeing on him. Oh god. You're all tapped out for a pee at the moment, but the crap on your head is emitting a powerful stench. The odor wakes the guard, who suddenly remembers your assault. He enters his cell to beat the shit out of you. Leap over him in a desperate bid for freedom! Oh. You carelessly trip over a pumpkin which has clearly been in plain sight this whole time. You knock the man backwards into the door, slamming it shut. The guard is unconscious again. Eat the pumpkin. You suddenly wonder what happened to the poop on your head. Now we're done with that. Use guard's pants to lasso keys through the opening and door. You're not even sure if this guy is wearing pants. He did seem to be wearing a belt though. You flail the belt around uselessly, and then drop it. Use guard as battering ram on door. He's too heavy to lift completely, so you drag him close to the door and prop him up. then smash his face against the door repeatedly. The door holds fast. Apologize the guard's body. You start to feel sorry for abusing the guard so badly and mumble an apology. But then, a mere apology doesn't seem to do justice to the poor man. You decide he needs a proper funeral. You sever his head with your trusty pocket knife, and place the head in the pumpkin which you just hollowed out. Using your handy spoon, you dig a hole and bury the pumpkin. You say a few prayers. He's in a better place now. Status. Game status. Health 74. Strength 32. Dexterity 41. Wisdom 24. Pluck 89. Metal 67. Chutzpah 90. Fortitude 11. Temerity 66. Cheek 95. Pumpkins destroyed 1. Keys in inventory 0. Key throwing accuracy 0%. Urinations 3. Decapitations 1. Score 890. Unpause. You wake up in your cell after a short nap. There is a key to your side, a drill against the wall, and a small pea-soaked hole in the floor. Drill through the floor. Oh. For the first time in your 3-year imprisonment, it occurs to you to drill a large hole in the floor. You put your back into it. Oh god. Poke head through hole and wave. Do it. Do it. You're delighted to see your neighbor. You decide you are long overdue for a proper greeting. Your oversized cranium gets lodged in the hole. You are stuck fast. Wave legs in the air. Your most creative solution to the problem is to hoist your torso in the air and flail your legs. It seems to be working when something goes wrong. Oh fuck. Proceed. You suddenly realize you are now this guy. Dave pictures of naked ladies on the wall with blood. All you have is gay porno. Oh god. I don't like the humor in the old MSPA collection. It gets better at Problem Sleuth. Drill hole through door. The drill is not strong enough to penetrate steel. Drill through the wall right next to the door. All these thoughts of drilling and penetration have given you a serious hankering for some quality time with Hunk Rup magazine. No. Continue to enjoy Hunk Rup. You are putting the finishing touches on a robot you have built from ladder pieces. You are soaked in regurgitated urine, and this activity has been a nice diversion. You call him Logorg. He's magnificent. Command Logorg to dance. With commanding authority, you issue the order. Logorg has no brain, motor, or any moving parts. Use Logorg as a battering ram to open the door. From atop your great mechanized mount, you command Logorg to break down the door like a huge battering ram. Put your brain inside Logorg's head. Gee. You're not sure how you're going to get your brain into Logorg's head, or out of your own head for that matter, but you get an idea. Wreak havoc. Logorg has no moving parts. You can barely move inside your new wooden prison. Make a little love. Oh. Logorg, no! My only friend! Oh! You decide all these thoughts of destruction should be offset by a little good earnest lovemaking. While you contemplate your current options for sexual partners, a whirring is heard from overhead. Sacrifice your soul to the heathen gods! You've considered doing a lot of stupid things before, but this idea takes the cake. Rebuild Logorg. From the Logorg ashes rises the phoenix of Drillgorg, supreme next-generation mechabot at your service. Get down tonight. You're really excited about the advent of Drillgorg. You have no choice but to totally get down. Festivities and gyrations may or may not continue into the evening. Get a bachelor's degree in robotics. You don't even know where to begin addressing how stupid that idea is. But that's really smart. You dumb. Examine that rope-like object. Oh god. With great prescience, move away from end of the intestine. No! With great prescience, you move away from the end of the intestine. Oh god. Make a robot out of that guy. I don't think I'm familiar with make a robot out of that guy. Cry. Crushed by the loss of your prized automaton, your son of lumber, you are reduced to tears. The other guy consoles you. He thinks he has something that might cheer you up. Pause. Unpause. You and your newfound buddy stand face to face, wondering what to do. The shattered remains of Drillgorg rest in a tragic heap. Now, we can... well, this comes first, I guess. So, boop. Oh. You decide to climb the intestine from which you decide to climb the intestine from which your new mate descended. He thinks, what the heck, might as well follow. You both begin a perilous, smelly climb. The added weight causes a sudden jerk from the other end. You make it through, but your partner is not so lucky. With a great sense of accomplishment, you survey the room. Wow, what happened in here? Clean the place up a bit. Using your trusty rag, you made some pretty good headway on the room. You notice a patch of dirt where it looks like something was buried. Eat whatever is in the hole. You firmly resolve to eat whatever you unearth from the hole, no matter how unsavory, when suddenly the dirt collapses. A void in the floor is left behind. You have to make other dinner plans. Dig deeper. Search for Prime Minister's gold hookers. Oh god! You start to dig, hoping there will be some valuables belonging to important people. But your oversized head becomes stuck. There is something oddly familiar about the situation. Ease head out of hole. You begin to gently squirm and wriggle when you start hearing an eerie buzz around your head. Carve holes for mouth and eyes. Much better. Now you can see through the thick flesh of the vegetable. That's using your gourd. I hate this so much. I hate this with a burning passion. Look at this. It's beautiful. Go to window to show off new helmets. Through some act of divine collision, you are drawn to the portal to look down. Greet him. Ask man to throw intestine up to you. You think maybe your course gesture was made a bit rashly. Diplomacy may be the most mutually beneficial strategy here. You kindly voice your request. The other man, though apparently irate, seems to be swayed by your tone. After all, you did ask very nicely. Success! Use intestine like scarf. Climb intestine, oh god. Oh god, a lot's happening here. Heck. Up. You sling the intestine around your neck like a shawl. How glamorous. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Devil. Eat the pumpkin portions just cut out the head pumpkin. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we're missing something. 70. We forgot to do the other guy's path. Be the other guy. With great exertion, you attempt to disembody your awareness and move it into another person. It seemed to be working, but not as you hoped. You wake up to the ghastly discovery that you have no head. Also, your entrails are spilling out of your abdomen. It's quite painful. You're flying into a wall suddenly. What's happening? The trauma is way too much for your system, and you expire a second time. Your awareness passes on to this guy. Drill through door. Okay, no sound effects, that's dumb. Ooh, this sounds nice. Recalling the drill does not penetrate steel doors. You buckle down and get ready to give it your all. Except the door is made of wood. Place head on X. Attempting to place your head on the X, you bump the device, activating it. It purifies a pumpkin that looks like it's seen better days. Open pumpkin and cuddle whatever is inside. Oh god. You remember this guy. You murdered him when you smashed his face against the door. And then you decapitated him because it was the only decent thing to do. You're so happy to see him again. God, that pumpkin looks delicious. Oh god. Check that door to see if it is locked. Up. Your curiosity about the door gets the better of you, but you try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. Build pumpkin armor. You gather up a couple spare pumpkins and cobble together a very smart looking outfit. You feel invincible suddenly. Return to the courtyard to show off a new suit. Through some act of divine collusion, you're drawn out the broken door to look up. Greet him. And now, we're back. Eat the pumpkin portions just cut out of the head pumpkin. Damn, the pumpkin portion is a little too big for the mouth hole. You think to yourself, if I didn't have my trusty knife with me, I think I'd slit my wrists. Play the get out jail free card. Of course, you forgot about your you forgot about your get out of jail free card. This is not a get out of jail free card. You are suddenly this guy. You're taking a strong interest in this door and what's inside. You think to yourself, I will probably go in this door no matter what other stupid idea pops into my mind. For the love of God, go through the door! You step through the door, which instantly slams behind you and makes a locking noise. You have a feeling it is locked. In the room is a wall which has 3 pumpkin-shaped recesses. One has a happy face, another sad, and the other scared or surprised or something. There's a fresh pumpkin on a pedestal and a carving knife next to it. The room seems to extend very high up. You might even go all the way to the roof up there. Carve the pumpkin into a surprised face. With your most determined face, you set about turning the pumpkin into a work of art. You really suck at carving pumpkins. Oh god, the other guy was the one who can carve. Put it into the sad recess. You are not deterred by any theoretical discrepancies between your handiwork and the pumpkin spec, nor do you feel you have to put the pumpkin in the correct recess. Fits like a glove. Removing the pumpkin from the pedestal may have triggered some events, however. Drink as much as you can, as fast as you can. You can't believe how stupid that idea is, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Plug up the hole with a pumpkin. Oh fuck. You figure it's about time you took off the silly and uncomfortable pumpkin armor and put it to good use. There must be something that can stop the terrible flow of this water. Possibly some mechanism. Maybe right in this room. Carve pumpkins and match faces on the wall and put them in. Maybe it's the surging, cruel water rising inexorably, but you're suddenly much more inspired to put concerted effort into refining your craft. You hone your willpower into that of a master sculptor. Each slice, each contour of the knife bends to your will. Yes! Yes! The results are breathtaking. The expressions are human emotion incarnate. Why, are these pumpkins, or fellow men wrapped within the human condition? No time for reflection, though. As you wait for something to happen, you think, at the very least, maybe you could float to the opening in the ceiling, even though you're not a great swimmer. As the water engulfs your head, you hear another distant mechanical sound. Oh shit. Oh. Luckily for the cause of suspense, you're now the other guy in the cell, wondering exactly what to do. There's a noise. The secret door opens to the adjacent cell. These two have been long dead. You wonder what kind of moronic adventures they were up to. You guess you'll probably never know. Bring the gun along in case you have to off yourself. You pick up the firearm. You now feel powerful and confident. Unfortunately, there's nowhere on your person to pack the heat. A violent string seems to suit the purpose well. Jump out the window. The window to this cell is barred. Try to climb up the rope thing. Oh. You get the fishy feeling that this is probably more intestine. You've been climbing a lot of intestines lately. It looks like it goes all the way to the roof. Must be a very long, large intestinal tract. You were wrong. It is actually a small intestinal tract belonging to a slaughtered sperm whale. Survey surroundings, possibly sneaking a bite of ambergris. There is quite a panoramic view up here. Surrounding you mostly is other prison buildings. Who knows how many poor souls are trapped in this idiotic facility. Directly in front of you is another building. You hear water gurgling from it. Just beyond are some mountains, which might be a nice place to escape to if possible. You're not really sure what the ambergris is, but you have a feeling it will be essential. You grab a liberal dollop and stick it onto your pumpkin. Ah, gee. Use harpoon to get across the building and shoot down hole. Ah, gee. Oh no. Oh no! You pry the harpoon out of the whale, load it into the barrel, and fire. The pulley mechanism yanks you swiftly to the other roof. Readying your pistol to be fired indiscriminately into the void below, you hear some murmurs along with the gurgling. The water seems to be rising slowly. Looking into its mournful, pleading eyes, you start to reconsider firing your handgun. You opt for the harpoon gun instead. You figure you might need the bullets later if you have to off yourself. You were supposed to help him. Pull lever and reel in the harpoon. Ah, gee. Ah, God. Okay, you think you got this figured out now. Amidst a lot of swearing and groaning from below, you nonchalantly walk over and pull the crank, assuming this will trigger something right away. Presumably with respect to the bars, you reel in the harpoon. The bars stay put, but a ladder emerges with some kind of control panel next to it a good ways down. Apologize to the man. Oh no. Oh no. You tie the harpoon tether around the crank so it doesn't go anywhere. You then get down on your knees in preparation for one of your most sincere sounding apologies when something distracts you. A 5,000 piece jigsaw puzzle on the floor, partially completed. Looks like it's a picture of kittens. This looks like so much fun.
Meow.
Ask Harpoon Man where rest of the few thousand pieces are. He can't hear your question and doesn't really care to listen at the moment. Climb down ladder and randomly press buttons on panel. Ah, gee. Oh, heck. Oh, fuck! You get your button pushing finger ready for a field day. You're disappointed to find it is a simple switch. You pull it nonetheless. Take off helmet and use it for flotation. Flip switch again. Oh, fuck. Oh, you struggle to remove the pumpkin, but it is swollen from absorbing too much water. To express your current emotion, you try to twist it to the frowning side, but get stuck halfway. Though blind, you still manage to scramble over and pull the lever again. You are now the harpooned man. Point Hugifier at Pumpkinhead and activate! Oh no. Can't imagine what this strange device does, but it beckons you. There are two settings on the dial. You leave it at pretty huge, you don't want to get carried away. You are that guy. Look around and thank Guy for quick thinking with Harpoon. You look around. You appear to be surrounded by mountains and a shitty looking forest. Also, there's a conspicuous stump there. There's got to be some way to get down from this pumpkin. Load gun and fire at stump while singing King Henry V. Oh my god. Oh fuck. It might be the blood loss, but you've definitely gone bonkers. You load the gun and fire it backwards to your torso while reciting the play Henry V. You clearly don't know a single line from this play. I am Henry V. I am a king. You act fast with your trusty knife to free yourself before the impending collision. You're now this guy. Grab the other guy's hand and run off into the forest. Yes! Finally! Free at last! Though the victory is bittersweet. Your friend has died of blood loss. This is no victory. The feeling is vast emptiness. You are no longer bound by bars or concrete, but you feel more incarcerated than ever. You come to the heart-wrenching conclusion that the only true prison is loneliness. There is only one thing left to do. Continue. You wake up locked in a deserted jail cell completely alone. There is nothing at all in your cell used for otherwise. Turn around. Using key, carve spell into pumpkin, invoking elves and such. What in the merciful Christ's name are you talking about? Using key, carve spell into stomach, invoking elves and such. There's already such a spell carved into your stomach. Ah, gee. Recite spell while spilling blood, invoking elves and such. You don't know what any of these runes mean, and you'll be damned if you're going to try to read them. Upside down, an elf appears anyway. With your trusty Hunk's Junk magazine, forge a sword. Your gay pornography has been forged into a formidable blade. The elf saw a picture of a penis and started to cry. Strike the elf. Your stats. Health. Oh boy. Magics. Pulchritude. Elf stats. You can... Oh gee. You could really use a boost in Pulchritude if you want to win this battle. Offer the elf a baby in exchange for one wish. The elf agreed to grant one wish on the promise that you will acquire a baby for him in the near future. Choose your wish. Get out of jail, a new pony, improve your pulchritude. Ask for a pony, ask for a second wish by promising twin babies. Oh god. Choose your second wish. Get out of jail or improve your pulchritude. Wish to get out of jail, then trample the elf with the pony. He's more than happy to magically transport you outside the prison. You had him at, I will get you more babies. You deal more damage than the frog guys, but again, clumsily meleeing skills have left you with the short end of the stick. You're frickin' dying. Oh god, the pony is almost dead. Cut open the horse to sleep inside for the cold night. Oh. You seem to forget your sword is made of paper and isn't really capable of cutting anything open. However, with the pony's already weak in health, the blow is just enough to take him to critical condition. His pulchritude takes a hit too. But the cold night air is imminent, and you have to do something. You decide to get into his mouth for warmth. Ah, snug as a bug. You have a feeling you'll get a pretty good night's sleep. While you were doing all that, the elf entered his magic 2-bedroom bungalow for the night and locked the door. Man, it sure looks so warm in there. Cast fireball at bungalow so you stay extra warm tonight. You crawl out of the mouth covered in viscous horse slobber. You don't know any fireball spells, but you think there's maybe something useful in the rooms on your belly. No fireballs, but another elf appears. Dig up stump. You flip open the stump easily, revealing a hole. There is a gun in the hole. You figure the gun was placed there in case you need to off yourself at some point. There seems to be some powerful cosmic magnetism towards suicide which surrounds the stump. It has no bullets. Go on a hunt for children to repay the elf for his kindness. Oh. There appears to be a bus full of children on a field trip coming down the road. You wait to spring an ambush. Unfortunately, not one of these children appears to be a baby. Give bus of children to elves so you can go inside. While you were measuring, the bus driver drove off with the rest of the kids, leaving you with only these 3. You see if you can interest the elves nonetheless. They are apparently unmoved by the offer. Tie kids together with the horse and use a battering ram! Oh god. You like choking it. The horse has grown a chin. What have you done? An idea this good doesn't come around every day. You bind your motley collection of hostages together with your ample supply of rope. But the combined weight of 3 kids and a small equine is way too much to even drag to the door. You're beginning to suspect this was a retarded idea. Throw 2 kids in the chimney. Maybe it'll smoke out elves. You order the children to climb the house and go down the chimney. The horse tries to gesture that the gun has no bullets. Continue your downward spiral of mental instability. Inside the bungalow, it is warm and inviting. Invite the horse, children, and man in for a tea party. Frankly, you think that guy's a little unhinged. You don't want anything to do with him. Unless he has his babies, of course. Enact total war. Set house on fire and flee east to Moscow. Moscow is west, you boob. Use magical prowess to summon Moscovite elves. You don't know the spell for summoning elves, Russian or otherwise, and the only known spell is carved on the belly of that lunatic, and you're not getting close enough to read it. The only spells carved on your bellies have nothing to do with elves. From what you can decipher of the ruins, you think one has something to do with summoning vegetables? The other one may give you an elevated mystical communion with animals or something. What a lame-ass spell. Use runes to commune with Pony and feed it a magic carrot. A magical sense of communion tugs at the pony's primitive mind. A luscious, magicked-up carrot tantalizes the pony. All of the pony's stats are completely restored. Let's get some more music here. Problem sleuth music. Yes. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright. Bite off your own leg and use it to play fetch with the pony. That does not sound like an enjoyable activity for either party. First, be the pony. Second, trample the children and the man. I'm sorry, but I am not familiar with the command, be the pony. With elf powers, order the pony to trample children and man. You really put your back into this enchantment. You will coerce this pony towards murder come hell or high water. The pony wanders off and snuggles in bed. It looks really warm and cozy. You are now the pony. Enjoy restful slumber. You win! Would you like to play again? Final score 0. And that's actually how it ends. Pet pet. But we still have a bit more. We have BardQuest, which is not complete. It's like a branching path thing, and it's very confusing and incomplete. Begin BardQuest. You are a simple bard invited to perform before a bored and grumpy king. Your hands tremble as they clutch your humble instruments. You think to yourself, this is it. This is where all the hard work pays off. This is a bard's time to shine. Introduce yourself. At the expense of getting started with your performance right away, you opt for an introduction. Surely this king cares who you are, or anything about you at all, for that matter. Nope. Shine his shoes. Always eager to think of ways to ingratiate yourself in front of superiors, you notice a spot on the king's shoe. You hock a mean one into your trusty rag and set to work. This crusty old king will warm up to you yet. Keep shining. Wow, you sure fucked that up fast. Sing a ballad about the king's beautiful queen. You launch into an absolutely exquisite melodic paean about the king's wife. You even throw in a little dance number for good measure. The king is a homosexual! But the double entendre of queen suddenly dawns on him. He finds it quite clever and amusing. He appoints you as head dragon slayer of the kingdom. You truly are an unlikely hero thrust into the position of greatness. Right. Realize that you probably aren't qualified to slay a dragon. You point out the overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Lute solo! Oh yes! You rip out some mean licks on your lute. The monster ballad rocks the palace hall, as the subjects are in awe of your lightning fingers. I bet the king really likes it. It seems the king has heard it before. Go to the blacksmith, the forge bard armor +5 of course. You wander into the city streets to prepare for your questing. You wonder if you might want to stock up on several extra large dragon corpse statues just to be on the safe side. But maybe you should start with the armor first. You think you'll stop by the smiths? Or will you? Codpiece. Go to the codsmith and buy an impressively large codpiece. You set about looking for the local codsmith or groin cobbler, as otherwise known sometimes. You're stunned to find a treasure trove. Cod Palace, the busy cod enthusiast's one-stop cod solution. Go in. So many choices. You're like the kid in the candy store, and instead of candy, the kid finds a lot of cod pieces instead. This seems dark. Find something that strikes your fancy. Sweet Jesus, you found it! Hull of the flagship, it's called. It even has ruffled trim and bell affixed. It's perfect. Alas, you do not have the gold for it. Offer to exchange your hat for the codpiece? You offer your hat. The codsmith inspects its worth as potential material for a new codpiece. It shows promise, but it simply is not worth the same as the hull of the flagship. He refuses. Grab the codpiece and run. In an act of understandable desperation, you snatch the piece and scram! The angry smith calls for strapping men to apprehend you. Get the hell out of here! You find a window to a back alley and dive into the safety of a dumpster. Admire your prize. Yes! You and your magnificent piece are alone together at last, except for some vagrants camping in the alley. Alley. They ask if you can spare any cods, but you politely decline. Don the codpiece. You don the codpiece. Now this is the kind of comfort that is only possible with a top-of-the-line luxury cod. The majesty of your union with the piece is heralded. Bask in your own glory. You raise your arms in triumph. You are the king of this alley. Recruit the vagrants as your loyal followers of the codpiece. Your subjects instantly prostrate themselves before the bearer of the great piece. They would do anything for you. They would take a crossbow bolt for your groin. In cod, they trust. Codpiece? Check. Servants? Check. Now, slay a dragon. You are clearly making progress here. Any adventurer would be lucky to begin a quest with your recent acquisitions. You can almost taste the dragon bounty already. Wait, what are your new servants wearing exactly? Just a moment. You start to wonder if the attire of your servants is altogether appropriate. Their groins seem conspicuously barren. Use a little more discretion for God's sake. You order your new servants to sneak into the cod palace and snatch a couple cods that are befitting of a distinguished entourage. They return successfully, and possibly completely unnoticed. Make a run for it. You flee, but the groin cobbler is hot on your trail. Go somewhere safe and celebrate. You did it! You are free of the tyranny that would deprive your groins of a snug, fashionable cradling. You cavort with carefree abandon, not the least bit concerned with the flopping about of the nether regions, nor are you concerned with any vengeful codsmith who you are quite sure probably didn't follow you. Oh, better get them pieces. Let's hit up Cod Palace. You don't know why you didn't think of this earlier. Shop around as if nothing ever happened. Gee. This is so dumb. Who cares about that? Just go kill some dragons. You lead your party outside the town to begin what you can only assume will be an insane dragon murder fest. Your two companions are able-bodied, loyal, and clearly very intelligent. Your two companions are, bleh. You wonder what their names are. You are too caught up in your bold leadership duties to ask, though, and you figure you'll probably just make up some stupid names for them later on. Where would you like to go find some dragons to slay? Take Flothers and Dante to Dragon Concentration Camp. No. Stupid Flothers! What a dumb suggestion! There's no such thing as a Dragon Concentration Camp. You slap Dante around a little too for good measure. Oh god. Find a dragon in the caverns of Harold. Dante suggests looking for dragons in the caverns of Harold. You decide to teach him what happens to brainless servants who make up bullshit places. Hey look, the Caves of Harold. You will consider entering the Caverns of Harold at some point.
Wow, what an asshole!
Do a dance. You rip out one doozy of a silly dance. Dragons be damned, you will have to slay this rhythm inside you first. Dante and Flothers are really excited. Search for dragons in your immediate vicinity. You peer into the thick forest, but you cannot see any dragons in your immediate vicinity. This quest will surely be a long and trying one. Oh gee. Find a dragon in the Swamp of Mystery. Top-notch idea, Flothers. An excellent idea like that deserves a reward. You hoist Flothers your sickest T-bone steak. Proceed to the Swamp of Mystery. You find yourself in a really moist and smelly swamp. This is where the investment of a stolen codpiece really pays off. Your groin is warm and dry. You see a swamp wizard. We're done with that. Never again. Let's get some bratwurst. Go into the meat shop to buy 5 bratwurst. You voice your request to the friendly butcher. We don't stock dodos here, and besides, haven't you heard about the city ordinance on homosexuality? I hate this. Yeah, Andrew Hussey's humor really, it just gets actually good at problem sleuth. I'm not a big fan of Jailbreak or BardQuest, although the next one, RyanQuest, is decent. Yeah, go to the smith shop first and get armor +5. I can make your bard armor for ya. +5 what, though? The genderman wonders what item, in addition to the armor, you would like in quantity of 5. +5 pulchritude. Why didn't you say so? I got just the thing to spruce up your pulchritude right up. Buy the armor. You don't have enough gold. Oh god, +5 issues of your finest gay porn magazines. Homosexuality is outlawed in this kingdom. Anyone caught up in the act will be immediately locked up in the king's personal dungeon. He sends you on your way, however, with the greatest recommendation. If asked, you have no idea where it came from. And finally, +5 extra-large dragon corpse satchels. The smith wonders if just 5 satchels will be enough, considering your obvious natural abilities in the field of dragon slaying. What do you recommend? He gives you 10 satchels on the house. He tells you to come back anytime in case you need more. And finally, we're done with that. Uncomfortable. You may not be able to tell, but that did make me legitimately uncomfortable. RyanQuest. A typical day in the life of Ryan North. Dinosaur comics. Fun experiments to do at home. Attention, user today. Did you know that there are several fun experiments you can do at home? For example, add vinegar to baking soda. The resulting mixture will make a lot of bubbles and it's pretty cool. I'm serious, it's pretty cool. You can add food coloring to make it look like cartoon lava too, right? Hey, normally at this point we talk about the science behind the experiment, T-Rex. Ha! Please! Another fun experiment is to wrap copper wire around an iron nail, and then attach the wire to a battery. Yep, do that, and now your nail can pick up tiny metal paper clips as if by magic. Heck, it may actually be magic for all you know. Is it magic? Let's all decide that it is. T-Rex, you're my best friend, but you're ruining science. The end. Oh god. This is loud. Just a tiny bit more. What are the haps, my friends? October 1st, 2010. So, Andrew Hussey, who you might remember from his comic, also the way he stalks me and has an unhealthy interest in me, as documented here, is moving. And he's moving to East Hampton to be with Jeff Rowland. Which is really funny because the last time I arranged a conversation with Andrew, he said, "Oh yeah, Ryan, I'm totally going to move to Toronto. You can always believe me." And Drew, voracious dude, Hussey. Isn't that hilarious? Aren't lies hilarious? Every reader of my comic gets a new puppy today. Haha, that was a lie. Let's all laugh, Andrew. In other words, being a fool, I took his word to mean that he perhaps he was moved to Toronto, but now, reading his words today closely, I see that Andrew, as usual, has left himself a loophole in any verbal commitment big enough to drive an Unreal Air skateboard through. Clearly, I was not talking to VD Hussey when he said these words, but his other personality, which I will call Lysmith 2000 Hussey, or the Prevaricator. It has become brutally clear that the Prevaricator cares for not truth or my feelings. I personally find it hard to tell which of the two he cares less for, because for most people, the truth and my feelings are one and the same. Anyway, it's not like that much further to drive to his new house and watch him through his new kitchen window, staring aghast as he chooses breakfast time treats slowly. So slowly, using only one side of his mouth, so whatever. P.S. This, Ryan North. Your name is Ryan North. Today... Oh god. He actually did it. It's Woopedia. What is Woopedia? What is that? Okay, heck. This. Wow, a lot of dead links. And what is this? Gee. Oh, God. What the heck? Today, you said a whole bunch of stuff on your website. Heck. You're not really sure what your deal is. Guess you just feel like slandering a good, honest, hard-working dude through your well-trafficked media platform on the whole World Wide Web. Punctuate your scoring with a bit of fan art. Yes. Nice. You are feeling pretty pleased with yourself about that. Time to kick back and chill out and fantasize that dinosaurs are still real, or put on your Batman cape, or whatever the fuck it is you do with your spare time. Yes. Awesome. Andrew, observe subject. Andrew, record scientific data. Oh God. Ryan, dry those eyes and get down to business. It's time to put aside all these childish longings for some really cool American guy who cares about him. You are really busy and have important things to do. Ryan, consult neighborhood map. It's time to make your daily rounds. You view your trusty map. Gee. Ryan, find a nice lawn. This is a very nice lawn. It looks like there are excellent sleep-ins to be had here. You must be very discreet, though. People in houses tend to think lawn sleeping is very serious business, and occasionally policemen will agree with them. Ryan, make yourself comfortable. Ryan, nap time. All of a sudden, a wild resident notices you, but he doesn't actually seem put off. That's a little disappointing, honestly. Dang. The resident deploys a hot meal on his front stoop. It smells great. Ryan, consume meal. You chow down on one hot turkey platter with mashed potatoes, gravy, string beans, applesauce, and one glass of milk. Your vitals soar. The end. I'm saving that game. There. Now, if I ever need to reread it, I can just skip to the end and skip rereading it. Just have the information go straight directly into my brain. Oh boy. Alright, well, I got all that done with. So now, I don't ever have to do Jailbreak and BardQuest and, RyanQuest ever again. I'm done with that. Congratulations, me. Well, next up, I guess I'll be doing one of the good adventures, Problem Sleuth or Homestuck. Bleh. Okay, well, I'm done here.